Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing absolutely fine and sorry for the inconvenience caused, but there was some issue with the earlier stream. That's why I had to remove that stream. And in this stream, I am going to create a Windows Server VM in VMware Workstation Pro, or you can say VMware Pro 17. So let's get started. And I'm switching into the screen to create the VMware. Let's begin and let's see how it works for us in terms of uh, creating the whole structure of it. Let's see. So the first thing first is, in order to create a VM, we have to go to the new virtual machine. We will select typical. We will create typical, and instead of choosing this option, we will choose the third option so that we get more options. So Microsoft Windows, this is Windows Server 2022. We will give as Win Server, and we will give the virtual machine location as virtual machines, Windows Server. Okay, because there are certain files which is there, that's why it will show an obstacle, but we know what to be done. Go inside Windows, and here there are so many files, so delete all the files. So now I think this folder will be working. So we'll store this as a single disk, and we will customize it to 8 GB, and network we will take it to bridge network. That's it. Finish. The server is ready. So let's go and power on the server. Yes, I should be inside, and oh, one second, guys. I made a mistake. Forgot to link the boot media, so it was not able to do. So I forgot to link the boot media. So I will give the USO image. I will give it to so del delete and give the Windows Server image link. Okay, okay, and power on the virtual machine. Go to this screen, enter. Hopefully this time it should show the boot media. Hopefully it should show the boot media. Okay, so now you can see. Now you can see it is showing English United States, English United States, US. Next, we are doing install now, so it will give us a lot of image information. Possibly it will give us the okay. So we have got the options. We are going with standard evaluation, but with the desktop experience. So we're selecting next, and accepting the license term. Next, we are doing custom installation. So we have a 60 GB disk. I'm going to create it a partition, primary partition. Let's be like 59 GB, and we will do next. And there we go. Our Windows installation has started. Our Windows installation has started, and it should take a very minimalistic time of few minutes or something, and then we shall be able to complete the whole thing. So until then, you watch. I shall pause the video. The screen is visible. So it's like it will not take much time because it's a very simple installation. It should be finishing in a couple of minutes and all. And then possibly it will install features and all. Once it boots up, we will we will record that whole thing and we will set up the whole other things. It's asking for VMware tool installation, Vijan performance, log into the guest operating system and click install tools. Okay, we will do later. So we are waiting. It's almost about 20, 21%, 22%. We will get it done and we'll finish it off. Okay guys, so here we are going to set the password. So I'm going to put this one. Um, okay, okay, it has to be one upper character. Okay, so it does not take it. So you have to give one uppercase, remaining lowercase, one number, and other thing. So then it got set up. So it's applying, and yeah. So Windows will have this thing called. So now we have a pretty new decent installation of Windows Server 2022 Standard Edition with desktop experience, and it does a few settings by default and then it will start up. Yeah, so that's how it starts, and because it's a fresh new install, so you will have a lot of issues in terms of activation and other things. So yes, we want the network to be used. So the server manager will come up, and there's a way which you can stop the server manager from coming up, because in the initial first put the server has to come up. And if you see, even the time zone is showing different because we chose United States, India, United States, and it did not choose India. So the server manager will come up. So what basically like to do is, these are all your computer systems and all information that you want. I don't like the server manager, so I go to the server manager properties and I said do not start server manager automatically at logon, so it will not come next time. Okay, so basically what happens is if you go to the local server and we get all the information here, whether it is activated, not activated, remote desktop enabled, not enabled, all that questions will come. Your product ID and when was the last installed and all that. So let's close it. If you see here, it comes within 180 days you enable, otherwise it will be expired. Well, I don't have that file. I have this file in this system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that from this shared folder to the server. This Windows activation file I am going to copy and I'm going to paste here. Probably it should come. Or is it that we haven't started the drag and drop feature? Let's get to see whether we have done enabled the drag and drop feature in the server or not. So we go to the option, and because it's all connected, shared drive will not be there. uh, Enable drag and drop is there already, so we will try to drag the file from here to here, but I don't know, for some reason it is not working. So the best option is to power off the machine and kind of enable certain features and then set it up. So we will go to the edit virtual machine, and first thing first we will use is we will tell them to use a physical drive rather than using that option, and we will enable the shared folder, always map as network drive. Next, give the path. The path is belongs to backup sharing. Next, enable, and okay, so it's enabled. And one more setting is the drag and drop setting, that also we will check. Okay, drag and drop. What's that one? Drag and drop, drag and drop. Okay, other options. Guest isolation enable drag and drop is already there. For easier purpose of this machine, we will add another hard disk, which is an NVMe. We will create another 60 GB volume so we can store. We'll name this as Win Server not 0, Win Server data, and so we have given that disk. So there's a new disk on this. Okay, now let's power on the machine. So we should have this option of what you can say, the key file, which we will set up. First activate the Windows, and then we will install the VMware Workstation tool, and we will call up the day for this particular application. We will move on to the next application. Okay, so now that the file has come, go up. We will give our credential. Okay, so now that we have done, this keeps coming, so we will close. So if we go to the Windows Explorer and this PC, we should see there should be two drive, and it should come, but I don't know why it's not showing. Okay, there are two drives, and the shared folder is also enabled, and mapped to the network drive. I don't know why it's not showing me. Mm, okay, let's do this one. Okay, so in order to see that one, I think we need to install this one. So let's install the VMware Workstation, VMware Tools, install tools. So it should come the VMware install tools. Okay, so now that comes this after we install, we can get all that folders possibly. Let's install this. Okay, we don't need any help. We will install the VMware tools, and then we will set up the whole thing. This takes a couple of settings, and then you will be good to go. There is a reason for doing this, because this you can install all your softwares and everything, and you can use it as a secondary system to not spoil your primary machine. But yeah, that's the whole logic behind this. You see, it's automatically adjusting the screen and the size and the resolution and everything. So yeah, after this is done, it will automatically wait for a restart. It'll ask for a restart. Once you do the restart, it will set up, and then possibly you will see all the tools and everything visible to you. Okay, you can see one disk and you can see the shared folder, the sharing files, and I'm interested on these. Okay, so let's go and let's take a command prompt. uh, I don't know, the machine is a bit slow because of maybe because the streaming is going on, so it might have been slow, but I don't know why it is not showing. Yeah, so command prompt came, right click, run as administrator, take this. This is the first line which you should execute, and once you paste this one, it will automatically check. It will say, okay, the target editions are available. So now we take it and we say we are more interested on the Windows Server standard edition, and then we do the acceptance. Let's install. Okay, it's getting installed, so you can see it's like taking little time, and then we will run this one, and then the KMS guide we will take and we will put, and then we will do that one. So it will finish very quicker. Okay, so do you want to restart your computer? You should do yes. It should restart, and then you continue the remaining procedure. It should finish up the. Okay, so before running this line of command, I want to show something. If you see, now you don't see that watermark of Windows Server saying within 180 days. If you don't activate, it will be. This is the procedure how you follow to activate the Windows. Now, if I give this one, it will say, it will give me all these things and all. Okay, I'll say okay, I'll do okay, I will do okay, I'll do okay. So you just have to do okay, 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 okay. And the last, and you have to wait for little time. Wait for little time, and then once you put this one and you put this one, it should give you a message. See, activating Windows R, server standard edition. This is the file directory name of volume level syntax is incorrect. Okay. Now it is okay. There was one small mistake. Hopefully our Windows is now activated. Go to system, about. Okay, activating Windows as substandard. This one is okay, done. Okay, guys, sorry. The mistake was if you see here .vbs is not required also, but what is the mistake I did is after slmgr skms and then I was supposed to put kms key, but while copying I just deleted skms. That's why it was giving me error. So that's why these many steps I had to take, but eventually it is done. So we can exit this command prompt. You can exit the command prompt and go back to here, update and security, activation. You see Windows is activated using your organization's activated key. So now this Windows server is activated, and we shall see what is the difference and why we are not able to see the other volume. That is the question. So that's all for now, and that's all for the whole of the stream. I hope you understood how you can install a Windows Server VM in a, I mean, how do you create a Windows Server VM inside VMware Works Pro, and then further applications you can install. And now that the tool is installed, the first thing I will do is like take snapshot and then export it. So let's do that also. So let's do that also. Basically, I will like to just power off this machine again, and once it is powered off, first export it and then take a snapshot. First, uh, okay, manage, uh, clone, upload, clean up disk, delete from VMware. Okay, you can export, you can make a copy. Okay, so there's a clone option and there's an export option. Uh, I'm not very sure. Export to OVF means it becomes an OVF format. Uh, yeah, so basically the option is basically to clone a virtual machine. So how do you clone a virtual machine is you go to VM manage option and clone it. When you clone it, it's basically the current state of the virtual machine. Create a full clone. If you create a linked clone, you always need disk. If you create a full clone, it's an original virtual machine. All that, and I will name it as Win Server. Not name it as a clone. And the path I will give is here. Softwares. Yeah, so there I will give the option. Virtual machine software curve G drive software, and create one folder called WinServer. Okay, and then copy here, finish, and it will start cloning up. This cloning is basically it is going to now create in the VMDK format, and that's going to work out. And possibly once this task finish, I will delete the second hard disk. So I will delete the second hard disk and put a new hard disk into the system. Okay, so the cloning might take a little bit. The cloning might take a little while. it will only capture one disk because I renamed the renamed the other disk, so it's not detecting. And there's also a reason why this hard disk is not detecting, because in Windows generally when you create a disk, the disk is offline. You have to go to the disk manager, you have to bring the disk online, and then you have to format that disk, or kind of like then it gets attached to the system. So that's the reason why it is only showing, but the second disk is not showing, because I created the disk, but I need to enable this disk in virtual machine setup, then it will work out. So the charging is almost completed for this hard drive. Sorry, headphone. Close it. Let's wait for the clone, and in the next reboot, I will bring this disk online. Uh, I will, I will, I will bring this disk online. I will bring this disk online, and then we will doing a couple of installation for that. So that's all for now. So if you want to see the screen, what's going on, this is what it's going on. It's cloning the virtual machine. So I'll explain this in a while. What is the cloning of a virtual machine and all? So do stay tuned and check out the latest process later. From now on, we will be playing games and everything in this. So I will set up Steam and other thing. But when I'm setting up Steam, I'll show you how I do that. Maybe that will be a recorded one. I'll just record it and then I'll cut the clips and I'll put. Let's see how it works. Thank you very much.